morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Today the Video Down. How's it going today? Today, we're on campus. It's 7:45. We flew here this morning. I left a little bit late, but I went the fast way instead of the long way around the ring road and stuff, and on the Bath Road itself. And it's so much faster, and it's so much more fun. To make it more fun as well, I followed a car, another Fiat Punto. I followed it from essentially the end of my road all the way to campus. All the way. And it was a slower Punto. It wasn't like mine, my sportier one. And he was like, he'd go along and he'd speed in the speed limit bit. So then as soon as we got to Death Road, I was like a couple of cars behind him. Me and him came onto Death Road, and then he didn't have the power. And then I was like, whoop, straight behind him. It was hilarious. And the other way that made it more fun as well, apart from the fact that look how bright it is. I got out into my car this morning that wasn't icy in any way, shape or form, so there's no point moving it yesterday. But I barely even needed my lights on. It was incredible. But also, Chris Evans isn't on BBC Radio 2 this week for some reason. So I've been listening to songs from my phone, from my commuting playlist, and I've been fucking rocking out. I've got one of these things, which you just plug into your phone, and it transmits a radio signal, which your radio can pick up, and then it's basically like Bluetooth in your phone to the stereo, except you've got no control from the stereo. But it's bloody brilliant. I tried it, I have had it for like a week now. I tried it earlier in the week, just playing like the playlist I listen to when I'm working, and it wasn't fun. And then I put on my commuting playlist, which is something I produced when my radio was broken, and I had to use my Bluetooth speaker, and it's bloody brilliant. So I'm coming down here listening to the fucking Bloomtown Rats. An absolute whale of a time, trying to keep as close to this other Fiat as possible so he feels paranoid. In short, ladies and gentlemen, we're off to a good start today, even though I was running a little bit late this morning, but hey ho. Thursdays are always a weird day because I need to like render my video in the morning, transfer it to my hard drive so I can upload it from uni and all that kind of stuff because I'm on campus for a really long day. First lecture of the day is HCI at 9 o'clock. And then I've got a decent gap before we have a group meeting at like 3 o'clock today for entrepreneurship. So we're going to be like dishing out what work we're going to be doing for that, which is going to be fun. But otherwise, I have to consider my problem that I was having yesterday. I believe I need to do something with the registry and environment variables, because for some reason Microsoft Fakes is limited to being used with certain versions of Visual Studio. I've got those versions of Visual Studio. Because it uses this IntelliSense profiler, I basically just need to inject that into the environment. And I can do that because it's in an app domain. I can inject whatever I want, more or less, into this app domain. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm going to be looking into doing this. It must be possible in some way. It's just when I Google it, like 300 hits come up, and none of them are what I want. So there has to be a way of... All I need to do is basically show the app domain that the fakes thing is on the computer, and it doesn't know where it is. I think it's looking up at environment variables. I just need to figure out how to put those variables there myself. You alright? Yeah. Ed and Hannah. I'll tell you about it in a minute. That was Ed and Hannah. I think it's Hannah. Oh shit, I think I've forgotten her name. No, I think it's Hannah. I was sat working, obviously, in the library where I normally sit. And then I just see at the corner of my eye just like two people coming towards me, like waving, like this. Firstly I was like, oh my god, and then I turned my headphones off and talking to them, and they were their first years doing 2 non-computer science degrees, like social care and economics or something, the two of them separately, and they said that they'd watched my like freshers videos and stuff. You know, they're watching my videos like now, so they're asking me questions about things like if we've done double date night yet, or who Beth and Ben are, and like if it's Pajama Girl from freshers and stuff, and I'm walking around getting the strangest looks. But yeah, it was ever so nice. They were really, really nice people, and it's just really, really strange talking to people who know everything about your life, what I'm currently doing, how it's going, all that kind of stuff. It's really weird. Once though, ladies and gentlemen, a decent amount of time has now passed. I finished my HCI lecture, and I've spent the past, well, it's now like nearly 3 o'clock, and I've spent quite a decent chunk of the morning catching up work to do with HCI, like notes and things like that, and a bit of the coursework. had my lunch, and then I've been spending more time trying to investigate the problem I'm having and figuring out ways that I can do it. I'm trying to dive into the registry and pull out information if I can, things like that, or setting information in the registry so that I can pull out analyzers. It's a bit hacky, it's a bit of a mess. I feel like I'm definitely not supposed to be able to do what I'm trying to be able to do, but you never know. It might just work. I do feel like I'm trying to do the impossible. I've put up my very first question on the what's my doohick? Stack Overflow. Posted my very first question, and no one's answered me yet. No. Otherwise, I'm on my way now to a group entrepreneurship meeting in which we are going to be discussing what we have to do for the group coursework, or at least the first deliverable of the first coursework, and we'll be divvying out what we need to do for that. And potentially that means I will have to, well, almost definitely, that will mean I have to produce a first draft for next Monday. But with reference to my project, I do feel like I'm trying to do something that's just impossible, like not allowed, deliberately by design by Microsoft. It just boggles my mind that there is a way that Microsoft made something that's so locked down. Sometimes when you're looking for an available room around campus, it pays to check some of the biggest rooms because they're often likely to be free. Can't even get in. So we had the first hour of our group meeting in, I think, one of the largest lecture theatres on campus. The irony that we couldn't find a really small room to work in on our own, but we were able to find a room like that. It was incredible. So yeah, we've just spent a really long time actually hashing out what we've got to be doing for the group coursework part of the entrepreneurship course. Just spent a considerable amount of time pulling apart the brief, splitting it all out in like essentially what's it called? Like bullet points of what we're going to put in certain areas, and then we just spread it out between a lot of it. I have a decent amount of reports that I have to do now. This one and HCI, both are due 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 1 day away. I'm sorry about the wind, so we have to be careful. My final year project is a priority, a big priority, but how much? Especially when what I'm trying to do at the moment is most likely not possible. If I can't think of a solution for my problem, I'm going to have to rely on being able to call VS test in a way where I basically just run one test at a time. That will give me the ability, that will give me the functionality I want in theory, as long as I can kill it. The problem I had was running VS test and then killing all of the processes that it spawned. But we'll see. It's quite annoying, to say the least. But yeah, so I'm heading to my car now. We're going to drive on home tonight. What are we doing? Oh, I also missed my last lab. I have a cryptography lab. I was in that meeting. I was like, oh shit, I need to go to this lab because my laptop has been an hour behind time all day, and I don't know why. I've now changed the time server it goes to, like the government one rather than Microsoft's shitty Windows.time bullshit. I used to praise Microsoft's quite a lot, but recently they've become someone I don't like because of the terrible fucking usage of fakes. Oh no, you can't really see it because it's too dark. When Graham sits up on her hind legs and puts her hand up, she looks a bit like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's late. I'm about to head off to bed. Laura went to bed a bit earlier. I've been like pottering about. Came home, had some dinner, just been chilling, really. Although I've also selected my papers that I'm going to analyse for my HCI coursework. So that's good progress. Tomorrow we're not at uni, Fridays. So we have a fun day ahead of us. We have a nice day of programming. I need a working test runner. No one has got back to me on my Stack Overflow question. I'm hoping, oh lord, look at the size of that. What the fuck are they all? Daddy long legs. How the fuck, where did that come from? That's huge. So I assume it's the daddy long legs. Has he got wings, or is that just a big fat fuck off spider? That's just a great big spider, isn't it? That's a weird looking spider. Not safe to say that's not going to be alive for much longer. So, oh god, I can't turn the light on when I've got vinegar in my hands. So, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I'm hoping that someone from America logs on and sees my question and answers it nicely. But I don't think that there is a good answer basically for my problem. I don't think what I'm trying to do is supposed to be done, which is not very nice. It's not very much fun. So it's a case of step back, remove some of the functionality I've put in to only the bits that I can test. It will support things that aren't MS test run, don't include MS fakes. I just don't have any programs that don't have that. So figure out something else. Probably attempt to spin up, manually call each and every single one of them. But we'll see. Like I say, it's a bit of a problem, but yeah, it's definitely a spider, not a dead long. But yeah, so tomorrow we'll figure that out. But I don't really have any other plans, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Thanks for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a mostly fun day today. It's not been massively productive programming wise, but it has been productive in other sense of the word. I'll catch you later.